What's up, everybody? Welcome to BODHI. I'm Tamal. I'm here with my friend Casey. We're going to be doing a 30-minute feel-good yoga practice. We'll start in child's pose. Child's pose to me is like gravy in the yoga practice. It's like dessert. It always feels good to come here. It's always the best place to start. At home, if you're feeling like there's some sensitivities in your knees, you can always roll up a towel and place it right between your calves and hamstrings. Otherwise, we are closing our eyes, softening the jaw, the lips, the tongue, deepening our breath, looking to explore the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. And then noticing the weight of the shins on the mat, the tops of the feet, every toe and toenail pressing into the earth. Becoming aware of the ribs expanding with the inhale, contracting with the exhale, the softening of the shoulders and the arms, the heaviness of the forehead on the mat, and maybe the ridge of your nose as well. So we're soaking in this full, subtle and physical awareness about everything. And let's take a big inhale through the nose. Let's hold your breath at the very top, sealing it, and then out of your mouth. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the top. Let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth shut. Let's take the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, pull your arms to the sky. Keep your head on the floor, lift your butt off your heels. Let's rock onto the top of your head, taking your arms further for a variation of rabbit pose, Sasangasana. This is going to help stretch out the pectoralis muscles. It lifts the front of the shoulders, the anterior deltoids. Switch which pinky's in front. Just adjusting the hands in that subtle way is going to impact what's going on in the shoulders. Let's go back to child's pose. Sit on the heels, extend the arms forward. Let's come onto all fours, hands and knees. So wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's take an inhale, lift your head to the sky. Belly dips, tail lifts. Then exhale, tail tucks, belly goes in, head goes in. On your own, just like that. Head, chest, belly, tail. Then tail, belly, upper back, head. And as you're rolling through these cat-cows and you're kind of ironing out any kinks in the spine, focus on keeping those arms straight and strong. Let's come to a flat neutral back. Let's reach your right arm to the sky. Like you're threading a needle, take your right arm under and across the body, drop your right shoulder and ear to the floor. Then I like to slide my left hand forward and climb onto the left fingers. I personally think this pose feels really good. Think about taking the skin of the outer left hip back and then steering the outer right hip forward. Let's come back to all fours, your hands and your knees. Once you're on all fours, let's turn your fingers to point towards your knees. Now inhale, head lifts, chest, belly, tail lifts, then exhale, tuck and round. The same cat-cows, but now just with a reverse grip, so we're stretching the wrists, the muscle fibers in the forearms, the biceps. Doing all these different poses and sequences that feel good. By the end of the class, you're going to go, why don't I just do yoga like this all the time? Let's come to a flat neutral back. Have the fingers point forward. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky like you're threading a needle. Take the left arm under and across. Drop the left shoulder and ear to the floor. Maybe slide that right arm forward and climb onto the right fingers. Look to square the hips. We breathe. Let's come back to all fours, your hands and your knees. So we walk your hands just a little bit forward, a few inches, and then tuck your toes, lift the knees, find downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. If you want to pedal out the legs, shift your weight side to side, do any fidgeting that feels appropriate. And then eventually we just settle with the legs hips width. The heels are disappearing behind the toes. The arms are shoulder width. The fingers point forward. The hands spread wide. The upper outer arms are wrapping down and around. That's going to create this little horseshoe shape at the top of the pectoralis. Stabilizes the shoulders and the belly goes in. The hips move back. The thigh bones move back. Then we'll rise high in the toes. Drop your heels to the right. Turn your toes to the left. They call it the leaning dog, and you're going to feel the femoral heads twisting around in the hip sockets. We'll switch sides, come up high in the toes, drop the heels to the left, toes to the right. Let's come through center, toes point forwards. Let's lift the right leg up to the sky. So we bend the knee and let's open up the hip. If you want to circle the ankle or even circle the leg in one direction, go for it. And if you're circling the ankle or the leg, you can reverse the direction so it's all balanced out. And then we come into a standstill with the hip open, and then we lunge the right foot between the hands. We drop the left knee to the floor. Release your left toes and take a moment just to scoot that left leg way back and then reach your arms to the sky. So if you feel some discomfort in that left knee, you can fold the corner of your mat up and slide it under the left leg for extra cushion. Otherwise, again, we're squaring the hips forward. We're pressing the right calf towards the right shin. We soften the shoulders as the arms get straighter. And you'll take both hands to the front quad, and then you'll tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee. Take a moment to create some softness in that left leg as the tailbone goes under, the frontal hip points lift, and then reach your arms to the sky, full crescent. So in order for us to feel good, we have to do a little bit of work. It's not all just snuggling up in a warm blanket, drink chamomile tea on our mat. Although that sounds great. Take a big inhale, and exhale, hands come down to the ground. Let's step back to the top of a push-up. You can do this from your knees or without your knees on the ground, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. If you want to circle the ankle or the leg or a little of both, go for it. Just make sure that you reverse that circle in there somewhere so it's not left behind. And then we come back to that place where the hip is just open. We lunge the left foot between the hands. We drop the right knee to the floor. Release the right toes, scoot the right leg back, and then reach your arms to the sky. So like before, if you need some cushion, you can slide it underneath the right knee, whether that's a towel or the corner of your mat. The hips are traveling forward. The left hip bone is trying to jump off that left thigh bone. So it's not compressing there. The front ribs are going in. The shoulders are softening. And both hands land on the left quad. Then we tuck the back toes and we pick up the back knee. Want some softness in that back leg like Casey's demonstrating so that we have room for the pelvis to move. We want the tail under. Then you can take your arms back up to the sky. We think about taking the upper outer arms and wrapping them forward so your palms almost face back. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, hands come down. Let's get out of there. Step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep your feet where they are. Walk your hands to your feet to the back of your space. Take an inhale and glance out. Exhale, fold forward. Put a bend in your right leg. Take your right hand, catch the outer left ankle. Reach your right arm to the sky, twist. You got it right. Want some softness in the right leg as a safety net for the low back. Get long through the sides of the waist, long through the sides of the neck. Take an inhale, then exhale, switch sides. Left hand catches the outer right ankle, right arm reaches to the sky, left knee bends slightly. So we're taking the right hip back as the left ribs start to glide forward. Take an inhale, and then exhale, hands down, legs straight. Inhale, glance out, pull a twist out of the spine. Then exhale, just fold, put a bend in your knees, take your arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, pull your arms to the sky, maybe straighten the legs. We switch which pinky's in front, just like we did in our rabbits. Release the hands down to the ground. Put a little bend in the knees and like a ragdoll roll all the way up to stand. Vertebrae by vertebrae, disc by disc. Let's walk to the front of your space. We'll step your feet together, take your hands at prayer in front of your heart. We'll do Surya Namaskar, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, glancing out. Then exhale, step back or jump back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to do one more round of this A series. Not going to dwell on it too much, but just to honor tradition and to methodically warm ourselves up, it's appropriate. Let's come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, stepper spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open the arms and arise. Reverse swan dive up. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll lift the right leg up, bend the knee, and open up the hip. That's kind of the theme here. Come up high on the left toes, and we'll flip your dog. Drop the right foot to the left. Take the right hand off the mat, reach it up and overhead. I know we're just throwing in all the greatest hits of the feel-good stuff. Come back to the three-legged dog, right hand to the mat, right leg to the sky. Lunge the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee. Release the left toes. Scoot that left leg further back. Then straighten your front leg. So you want your hip stacked directly over the left knee. Then you can lift the front of that right foot up. Think about hugging the upper inner legs closer together. The points of the thighs closest to the groin. So you're in this half split position. We breathe. Let's re-bend your front knee. And let's come up, reaching your arms to the sky. So like we did earlier, we'll place your hands on the right quadricep. We tuck the back toes, we pick up the back knee. Then you can take your arms up to the sky. Full crescent pose. So everything's done in like steps and stages versus just jumping up the ladder. We're working our way up the ladder. From here, take your hands at prayer in front of the heart. Let's hook your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twist. Get the elbows stacked. Soften the shoulders down. Fire up the left leg and pull back again through the left heel. If you're feeling like you want a little extra spice in your feel-good practice, you can open your arms. I have a feeling, yep, Casey's going to go bigger. We breathe. Take an inhale, then exhale, hands come down. Let's step back to plank, and let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up. Let's bend the knee and open up the hip. Come up high on the right toes and flip your dog. Drop the left foot to the right. Take the left hand off the mat. Reach it up and overhead. Lift from the chest. Let's come back to the three-legged dog. Left hand to the mat, left leg to the sky. Let's square the hips, lunge the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee, release the right toes, scoot the right leg way back, and then straighten the front leg. You want to pull the hips back so they stack directly over the right knee. Then you can lift the front of that left foot up. We think about hugging the upper inner legs close together, the points of the thighs closest towards the groin. And that's going to really stabilize the posture and make it more quality. And we breathe. Let's rebend your front knee. And we'll reach your arms to the sky coming up. So we settle into the position, then you take both hands to that left quad. Tuck your back toes. Pick up the back knee. Yes. Leave some slack in that right leg to manipulate or adjust how the hips are going. You want the tailbone going under, then you reach your arms to the sky. Take your hands at prayer. Let's hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Stack the elbows, soften the shoulders, hide the left hip. Now you can fire that right leg up. You're pressing the right thigh bone into the hamstring, and if you want more, open your arms. Take a big inhale. Then exhale, hands come down. Let's get out of there. Step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's come up high on your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, stepper floats. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. You're like, how's this feel good? Exhale, stand up. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. We're going to do B series, only one, just to warm the body so we can get deeper into other stretches. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folds. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it through. Back heel turns down. We'll rise to warrior one. Exhale, hands find the mat. We step back, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise. Virabhadrasana. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Inhale, back bend. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the peak. Out of the mouth. Bring your hands slightly closer together. Let's lift the right leg up, bend the knee and open up the hip. Come up high on the left toes. You're going to lunge your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee, release the left toes, and scoot that left leg way back. So you could stay like this, or you could take your right hand and place it to the inside of your right knee and gently press the right knee outwards, so you're going more onto the pinky toe side of that right foot. You just have to make sure you're dorsiflexing the right foot so you're protecting the ligaments. If you want extra, some of you guys might want to drop down onto your left forearm, just kind of enhancing the overall experience. And we breathe. Sounds like someone's doing construction nearby. If you have your hand on your knee, you can place the hand down. Let's come up onto your hands. If you're not there already, tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, find plank. And let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we bring your hands slightly closer together. Let's lift the left leg up. Let's bend the knee, open up the hip, come up high in the right toes. Lunge your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop the right knee, release the right toes, scoot that right leg way back. So you can stay like this, or you can take your left hand and place it to the inside of the left knee. Start to press the left knee outward a little bit. As you dorsiflex the left foot, you might want to drop down on the right form to enhance it. It's up to you how far you take it. And we breathe. So you can place your left hand down if it's on the knee. Let's come onto your hands if you're not there already. We tuck the back toes, pick up the back knee, find plank. And let's lower through your last chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll lift the right leg up. We'll lunge the right foot forward. Once again, we drop the left knee, release the left toe, scoot the left leg back. We're going to pigeon walk your right foot across the mat to the left hand, drop the right knee to right hand. You can go to your forearms, lie all the way into it. We'll be here for a little bit. Winding down. And come onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, find downward facing dog. Can shake it out, pedal it out. Let's lift the left leg up, lunge the left foot forward, drop the right knee, release the right toe, scoot the right leg back, then find the pigeon, walking the left foot to the right, dropping the left knee to the left. If you need a prop like a rolled up towel or a block or something underneath that left hamstring, that helps. Otherwise, we hang here. Let's come onto your hands. Let's find downward facing dog. Let's lower the knees to the floor, cross one ankle over the other, sit behind your feet, swoop your legs through to the front. And we'll scoot forward and lay on your back. Once you're on your back, hug the right knee into your chest, send your right arm out to the right, palm up. Look to the right, twist the right knee across the body to the left. Maybe pick the left hip up and scoot it back a little bit. And we switch sides. And let's hug the left knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. Place the forehead onto the knees. Take a very big inhale. Hold your breath. Let it all go. Sprawl open. Shavasana. Feel free to indulge and make this the most relaxing Shavasana possible. If you want to get out a towel or an eye pillow, shut out any light. If you want to roll up a blanket or something or a bolster and put it underneath your knees, go for it. Give yourself a treat. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Guided Hara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Hade Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita. So I invite you to stay on your back as long as you like. You could stay here all day if you want. If you have the time, why not? As for me, I'll be signing off, and I'll leave you to it. Namaste.